เฮ้ยมีเสียงช้อนใครรู้สึกบ้างคะ Welcome to Voice of the Nation. We are here with you like this every Monday to Friday at 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with me, Pink Kitapa Siripipat ค่ะ
And
with me, Nina Nirasha. Good morning.
Yod Vitya. What's up? What's up?
How about you guys? Hello, hi everyone. How was the weather over there? How was the PM 2.5? Do you have any effect from that, Nina?
I'm okay. I'm fine.
Well, let me check for you. I'm pretty sure that around my area, which I live in Rama 2, the PM 2.5 will escalate as usual because we have roadworks, as always, you know.
Mm-hmm.
What about you over there?
Yeah, I can see. Oh, I wish I could like show you like this. This is our view from Bang Na, and you can see like the sky is not clear that much, and which is mean like it's quite foggy.
It is heavy. Yeah, it is heavy.
It's quite heavy.
Actually,
So,
110.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see 110?
Oh my.
It's okay for you?
Well, I think this year the company that produced air purifier will be happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, how about you guys? Our audience for all around the world. Let me know about where you live and did you got any effect from PM 2.5 or let me know what you want to see or talk with us with a comment right below. So yesterday was our debut. I hope you enjoy our program. Right, Kunina?
Yesterday was really, really good actually, and I really enjoy you know, the program is very lively, so I actually looking forward to see everyone.
Right. Kun Ping and Kunina, we got lots of support and encouragement yesterday after the show. Every word matters. All piece of advice is very well taken. We really like Voice of the Nation to truly voice your voices.
Wow. And this is the Nation First live streaming program. If you like to watch our show yesterday, please visit our YouTube channel, type The Nation Thailand. Yesterday we had Kun Pheuthai Limcharoenrat from the Move Forward Party with us. Today we have another special guest, Kun Pichai Naripthaphan, former Minister of the Energy Ministry and now Vice Chairman of Strategy Committee of Pheuthai Party. So he will talk about the rising cost of living we are facing right now. Please stay with us. So let's start today with Kun Nina first. What happened in Myanmar right now?
Today I would like to So today I would like to talk about the Myanmar. Just like Kun Ping said yesterday, you know, Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Sen visited Myanmar and just raised a lot of concern in terms of regional and international. So just right after a few days that Prime Minister Hun Sen left Myanmar, despite his 2-day visit, which he claimed that his visit trip to Myanmar was a good progress and was to press for a prolonged ceasefire in the country. Yesterday, according to Reuters report, Myanmar court ruled its verdict and sentenced Daw Aung San Suu Kyi to 4 years sentence in prison. Can you believe that?
She's back into the prison.
Yes. So Suu Kyi was found guilty with 2 sentences, which are number 1, a 2-year sentence for breaching the export-import law by possessing the handheld radios, and 1 year for having a set of signal jammers. So the 2 sentences will run concurrently. And the second one is a 2-year sentence of breaching the natural disaster management law related to coronavirus rules. I mean, this is like a problematic of worldwide, basically. So let's go back to this. So Apparently, this sentence is very irony because despite being detained and taken away on the same day as the coup, since the first
Mm-hmm.
day of the coup, so for having six illegally imported walkie-talkies that were found during a that were found during a search of her home by the police,
Mm-hmm.
this sentence was later reduced to 2 years and was met by a chorus of international condemnations over what critics describe as sham trial. And if you put all her charges together, when adding up that all of this, that would be a maximum sentence of more than 100 years in prison. However, she denies all of them. And from the other side, Suji supporters say that the cases against her are baseless and designed to end her political career while the military consolidates the power. And that's what the situation in Myanmar. Meanwhile, I would like to move to Rohingya problems in Bangladesh because there was a fire broke out
Mm-hmm.
on a Sunday evening. And do you know that Bangladesh has the world's biggest Rohingya camp? So, according to the news report, a massive fire broke out on Sunday evening and rapidly spread through shanties in Qatar area of Camp 16 in Ujia, leaving thousands of Rohingya displaced, destroying around 1,200 homes of Rohingya refugees. And according to a local, the incidents of fire have become a common phenomenon in the Rohingya camps in the Cox's Bazar, and in March last year, 10,000 homes were razed to the ground in a huge fire in four camps in Baku, Bakukhali of Ujia. And officials concerned that these things have the original fire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. So officials concerned have often attributed the original of fire to gas cylinders, but insiders in Rohingya camps have claimed that the fires are the acts of the arsons. And do you know that Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh mostly refer to forcibly displaced Myanmar nationals from Myanmar who are living in Bangladesh? So the refugees, they are suffering. They lack access to services, education, food, and clean water and proper sanitization, and they are vulnerable to natural disasters and infectious disease transmission. Mhm.
Hmm.
And
That's
that's it for
Yes,
Rohingya news.
yes, that's
Mm-hmm.
the update on the Myanmar and its border.
Okay.
thanks ASEAN News Network and part for our partnership for past 20 years. So let's move to COVID-19 situation in Thailand. So before we going to report about a shortage base in Thailand, let me give
Mm-hmm.
you update number of COVID-19 cases from yesterday. So 13 coronavirus related deaths were reported by the CCSA yesterday, and 7,926 new COVID-19 cases.
Mm-hmm.
Most new cases are in Chonburi, followed by Samut Prakan and Bangkok. For Khon Kaen has been found new cases of more than 200 people per day, of which 69 are infected with Omicron, while Phuket has made a new high with 742 cases, breaking the highest record in 2 years. Part of the infection, the infected are travelers from abroad that have continued to enter the country, both in the form of Taste and Go and Phuket Sandbox, as well as the increase of infection in several provinces. A surge of new COVID-19 cases are publishing hospital system. Sorry, a surge of new COVID-19 cases are pushing hospital system to the limit across the country. Many families face with difficult time with finding the hospital. Like this case, this grandfather had to drive a taxi around in 3 provinces to find a
Mm-hmm.
place to treat his 8-month-old grandson tested positive for COVID-19 searching for treatment in 3 provinces from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. This family. Yeah, but no hospital accepted. This is the
Mm.
happened in Pathum Thani. This family grandfather is a taxi driver. So he took his grandson like this and drive around in 3 provinces, Kun
Oh,
Vichaya. So
right.
like he spent a lot like 20 or 12 hours to finding hospital for his
Oh,
grandson. So at the end, a group of Sendai volunteer found this case and take care right away after this 8-month-old
mm-hmm.
baby's condition getting serious. So the grandfather said he driving around from Pathum Thani, Bangkok,
Mm-hmm.
Nonthaburi. Every hospital said that the bed was full. One hospital told him to wait for another 150 kills until the bed was ready and suggest him to go back and detention at home or contact other hospitals. So another hospital told me like they have to deny this family because they have no specialist doctor there. Since the new
Mm.
year, the number of children tested COVID-19 in
Mm-hmm.
Thailand has increased dramatically. From yesterday, Thai Prime Minister ordered to reopen 6 field hospitals in Bangkok and asked all hospitals to not refill patients and accept all COVID-19 cases no matter what symptoms and condition. Despite the health minister insistence that the beds are still not full, but the latest order relies on home isolation treatments to be used as the
Mm-hmm.
main treatment for a symptoms patient, especially the children. According to the Doctor General of the Department of Medical Service, there are now more than 20,000 empty beds remaining from the existing bed occupancy rate. That total bed occupancy rate has been used up to 20%.
So we don't
Mm.
have any more beds, or we still have empty beds?
We still have
Mm-hmm.
around like 20,000
Mm-hmm.
beds across the country. So it's quite low actually. It's not that much at all because like right now we have like yesterday 7,000 new
Mm-hmm.
cases. So
New cases.
let's see about the new case for today. We will give you update. Please stay tuned on the Nation website and social media. Ka.
Okay, cap. Yes, one. When we talk about the price, we've been talking about the high price of our cost of living, and now we found the viral news on the Twitter. Then the hashtag is in Thai say แพงทั้งแผ่นดิน it's just like something in the old day we have แพง or แดง or something. Now it's แพง ทั้งแผ่นดิน in English should be something like what all over the place
Expensive
expensive,
across
right?
the country, all
Yeah,
over the country.
all over the country is so expensive. So the price going up for our living. For example, have you traveled to the with the canal charter boat service before, good Nina? This this a price that the fare is hiking. The harbor department has allowed finally the operator of Sansap Canal shuttle boat service to raise its fare by 1 baht, just 1 baht per distance. The department announced the Sansap boat services have been very popular among Bangkok commuters as they are the fast way for them to get to the office and return home after work compared to bus services on heavily congested roads and the notorious Bangkok or traffic jam. So people go on the boat, even though sometimes it's not convenient, but it's faster, it's cutting through the heart of the city, bypassing all the congested roads. คุณชาวลิต Methaya Praphat, Managing Director of the Family Transport 2002, the company that operates the service, said that the fare will rise to 9 baht for the starting distance and to 19 for the full distance following the increase. Other distances fare prices will be 11, 13, and 15 and 17. He also said that the rising price of diesel oil and drop of passengers due to concerns about the fifth wave of COVID-19 outbreak prompted the operator to run services at loss. There's many services at loss now. He said that the boat operator was allowed by Harbor Department to increase the fare since April the 10th. Yes, last year, no, 2 years ago, 2020, sorry. But the company withheld the fare increase for fear it would affect the Bangkok commuters' cost of living. So now this we travel by the boat, the price going up, and the diesel price has risen to 30 baht per liter, and the number of passengers has declined by 80% to no more than 10,000 a day following the Omicron concern. So people tend to work at home, not traveling a lot. Along the street, we can find it less that congestion, and also the BTS too is not like big jam. And then I see that this is happening. People still have the concern they're not going out. So from the boat, how about we check the price of pork again? They got a
Yes.
drama, right? Kun
Mm-hmm.
Ping. I found it intriguing, interesting.
Yeah.
Now it's the way you sell stuff. If you want to keep your
Oh my
your product,
gosh.
look at that. Look at that. The mu ping, mu ping and sticky rice are favorite Thai for the morning. The eating in the morning. This is what the clip from a consumer TikTok. Khao niao, sticky rice, and mu ping grilled pork are easy for Thai. The food in the morning, especially in the morning. But in the period of a higher price of living, cost of living, the sticky rice and grilled pork have been transformed, you see, to become more slim, like we are in the
Yeah,
age
very,
of
very
minimalism,
small.
very small. So the grilled pork stick slim down that
Mm-hmm.
much, and the sticky rice is just not different
I
from
don't
the
think this is
news.
called pork, Kun Vithaya. It's
What is
called
called?
pork soul. Like it's like a ghost.
The
It's not
ghost, right?
sexy. It's like, yeah, it's very thin.
But it's cute though. Look at the thin
Yeah.
sticky rice. It look
I
like a
wonder
post-it.
how
It look like a post-it.
I wonder how much it is for
I,
one
I
stick.
I have I wonder too. Thanks for the image from Khao. So I really curious about this. I think for me I should check it out.
Mhm.
I have a grilled pork shop next door to my place. So this morning just walk down and let's see what's going on with the pork in my neighborhood. Is the price going up or the price going down? We have the clip for this one. With the pork price rising, so I'm curious about the price of grilled pork of by a guy neighbor is like next door in my place. So let's check out how the price is going up or not. Here we go. This is the guy in my neighborhood. He's selling the very yummy pork, grilled pork. มาขายทุกวันหรือเปล่าครับ ขายทุกวันไม่ได้หยุดเลยตอนนี้ ตอนนี้ราคาหมูเป็นยังไงบ้างครับซื้อมาต่อกล่อง ซื้อเป็นกล่องมาใช่ไหมใช่ครับกล่องหนึ่งเท่าไหร่ครับผม550กล่องหนึ่ง550 per box and ในกล่องหนึ่งมันมีกี่ไม้ครับ100 ไม้one box he got 100 pieces of pork then he come to grill here แล้วราคาข้าวเหนียวเท่าเดิมไหมราคาข้าวเหนียวยังเท่าเดิมอยู่นะครับนี่ครับข้าวเหนียวครับ here we go แล้วถ้าเกิดปรับราคาขึ้นคิดว่าจะขายตอนนี้ขายไม้เท่าไหร่นะตอนนี้เขาขายไม้ละ10 บาทนะครับถ้าเกิดปรับราคาขาย12 บาทคิดว่าโอเคไหมกับลูกค้าอะไรนะไม่รู้เหมือนกันนะครับ right this is the one look yummy
Yeah, I'm hungry right now. Oh my gosh. Anyway, how much is this for one stick?
this look at it. It's still the same. Yeah, it's 10 baht. It's 10 baht. It's still, I think it's the same size that I used to buy before. It's the same size. It's 10 baht. He bought it in a box, and then he just grilled it and resell it. Like he bought it as wholesale and he resold it. You want
So
me
this
to
shop,
have
and but this guy, he said
uh,
like he not like increased the price yet, right? For
not
the shop.
yet
Yeah, wow,
because
that's
he said
nice.
he said because he bought a box of grilled pork like
Mm-hmm.
550 piece many pieces 100 pieces but
Mm.
in the same price at the same price so he does not increase the price for piece so it's still 10 baht so I asked
I
him that if it's 12 baht it's okay for customer he said he have no idea and a little bit
will you
shy
going to
guy.
buy this one if they increase the price? If it's 12, will you going to buy at the
um
same shop?
For me, I think I still buy from the same shop because the taste is very yummy. This one,
Really? I
right?
think they still like keep the price the same because of maybe the quality of the pork is not the same, right? คุณยอด
Sorry, it's the same. It's the same.
Really? Are you
It's
sure?
very tasty with some garlic. Or
Oh,
let me
Well,
stop eating.
well,
wow.
look back about like maybe before the
Mm-hmm,
pork price, as less,
mm-hmm.
especially the หมูปิ้ง
Mm-hmm.
when you were young, คุณยอด,
Yeah.
how much is หมูปิ้ง per one stick? For me, it's 3 baht.
I mean, starting from like 1 baht. So we see the generations. Okay.
Yeah, for me, start from 5 baht.
So
Okay.
is
And
it?
right now it's 10.
I keep some for you. I keep some for you guys.
Good. Keep
Anyway,
for me.
okay, let's move to when you find some problems.
Mm-hmm.
How do you solve it? You gonna hike the price or you find something else? I found one case that's quite interesting to me. When we have a problem, we also like see how you solve things. This is a famous a fried pork brand of Thailand, Jejong. You may have heard the brand. Usually fried pork with rice she sell like 23 baht because you want to support people of walk of life the people she's not selling too expensive so now it increased 3 more baht to become 26 baht and fried pork per kilogram is usually sold at 280 baht is now adjusted to 300 baht per kilogram she said originally the wholesale fresh pork price was 130 to 135 baht but now the wholesale price has increased to 190 to 200 baht per kilogram and you know what Jejong do to solve this problem to after she increased the price she got one solution she
Mm-hmm.
she comes up with a new menu, a new dish. It's called rice with planin or tilapia. Maybe I pronounced it wrong.
Fish.
Tilapia, tilapia,
Because
rice
fish
with
is more
planin. Yeah, fish
because fish is more less expensive.
less expensive, and but also
Oh.
she can provide that. And I think it's quite interesting to for this solution that another new dish coming up maybe become popular later on okay this is the
Mm.
thing that we encounter now the price going up a lot and also
Yeah,
we have to we all concerned about this right good thing
yeah. I think like everyone in Thailand, they quite like a serious and headache about the pricing right now.
hmm
That like, and I'm pretty sure everyone has the same question, like how the government can help us. So
hmm
please stay tuned with us for the interview section. Voice to the Nation. Today we have special guest. Let's see that does he has any solution? Does he has any suggestion to solve this problem? Yeah. Welcome to Voice of the Nation. Today we're with Kun Pichai Naripthaphan, former Minister of the Energy Ministry, and now he's the Vice Chairman of Strategy Committee of Pheuthai Party Economic Affairs. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับคุณ
ส
นี
วัสดี
น่า
ครั
สวัสดี
บสวัสดี
วิทยาสวัสดีครับคุณทิตภาครับผม
ค่ะ Really glad to meet you today because like I checking the price right now, like eggs, pork, chicken, and another thing are coming like expressway, LPG gas, even the electric bills is on the way. It's coming and it's gonna coming for sure. I think like we start the new year with rising of cost of living. A lot of Thai people, especially me, are asking the same question that what can the government help us? And should we start from ourselves by eating fish instead or eat something else instead? Like what
Mushroom,
Thai, yeah, what like
eggs going up too.
like the suggestion that Thai Prime Minister give
Mhm.
the advice for Thai people before. Should we do that?
Hi, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me. The pleasure is all mine, and I would like to congratulate you on this new program. Anyway, if you recall, before year's end, I have to make the forecast for this year, and it's not looking so good. The problem is Thailand economy has been stay at the low rate for a long time. The growth rate is very low. Averagely, we only grow like 1 point something only, less than 2%. So the income of the people are increase very slow. But at the moment, we are facing with the inflation. The problem is the global inflation is high because of the growth rate of every country. Most of the country in the world recover from the COVID. Like America, they in the 2020 they have minus 3.5%. This year they have 5.6%. Or in China, they have that they in 2020 they have the growth rate of 2.3%, and 2021 they have the growth rate of 8%. Or Vietnam, they have 2.9% growth rate, and then this last year they have like 2.56%. But Thailand, if you compare Thailand in 2020, we only have minus 6.1%. We contract. I mean, this is very bad. And then last year, 2021, we only maybe the growth rate estimate is maybe less than 1%. Now you can see why Thailand are suffering so much among this inflation, because the income of people are less. Why the price of everything is going higher? That's really, they start with the oil price. The oil price increase make inflation increase so much. In America, the inflation rate is like 6.8%, which is very, very high. So the tendency for U.S. government to raise rate in March is expected in March, and they expect 4 times to raise rate 4 times. So by the end of the year, probably we see 1% interest rate in U.S. So this is very dangerous for Thailand, because our economy is still bad, and then our quality is very low, and we face with massive debt in the public debt and in the household debt, and we have to face with the higher interest rate, then people will be suffer even more. So now when the oil price getting higher, and then now electricity is getting higher this month, I think they do charge more for the electric bill this month, and then the LPG price will go up next month, and in a stepping price, maybe they say that. Anyway, the problem is the oil price in the world is going up so high. They break $81 per barrel, and the gas price also even higher. They went up from 700, 800, now 900, over $900 now. So if the General Prayut listened to Pheuthai party, he would have done better. You know why? Because we tell them that instead of using oil fund, he should reduce the excise tax on oil price, on diesel price. So if he reduce the excise tax on oil price, then the price of oil will be lower, and he doesn't need to put the oil fund to support the price of the diesel. Then he can use the money on oil fund to support the gas. So he doesn't need to raise up the gas price, and that's the problem. Yeah. So if you recall, I have forecast 8 points for this year, what will happen and what will affect Thai people. So I hope I can explain to you. First of all, the first number one is like virus Omicron. They will still be with us for this year. So if they cannot contain this year economy is going to be bad. 4% wouldn't be achievable. I don't think so. I think 2% may be maximum. So if you add less than 1% from last year and 2% for this year, we still contract over 3% from 2020. From minus 6%. I mean, if you add the calculation of, and you can see that Thailand going nowhere, and we're still in the minus territory. That's my opinion. Second is the inflation. Number two is inflation is going to be high. Starting of the year, pork high, chicken high, egg high, LPG high, electricity high, oil high. Everything is getting higher. I expect more than 3% inflation. They expect 3% since the end of last year, but I think look at this number. I think it should be more. That's my opinion. And that leads to number three, the interest rate will be high, which is a really big burden for Thailand. We have a massive debt in public debt and in household debt, and the bad debt in the financial system is going to get higher. We're going to see more bad debt. And number four is the twin deficit. The twin deficit is, we have the budget deficit, massive budget deficit for 2 consecutive years. We have over $1 trillion debt in public debt for 2 consecutive years already. Yeah, and then we also have the current account deficit too, because of the tourism, haven't come in because of the COVID. So we face this twin deficit, and maybe this year we still face the twin deficit if you're not allowed a visitor to arrive in Thailand. That's what that will be the problem. And the fifth is the budget problem, because due to the economy, they collect less income for government. I mean, less tax, all tax. I think last year we haven't met the target, like maybe like 300 billion. So when you cannot collect enough income, then your budget has to be less, and that will be a big problem because you have no money to stir up the economy. Also, the sixth is like I said, the massive debt, the public debt, the household debt, even the loan shark debt is going to be higher and higher, and that will be a big problem for Thailand. And then number 7 is we cannot find the growth engine for Thailand yet. What would be our future, right? We're losing the high-speed train to Laos. We're losing the electronic to Vietnam, and we're losing the car industry to Indonesia. At this moment, Thailand have no future. I hate to say that, but it seems to be true. And the last thing is the unemployment. I think we will see more and more unemployment. Government says 870,000, but in fact it's like 4 million unemployment already, and it will growing more and more. 470,000 of the student graduate each year won't find a job. That's a big problem. This is like summary of what I hope it's not taking you too long time. I just had to explain you the big picture. Yep.
No, it's not at all. For the question is like, if government not do something to solve this problem, do you think what the worst scenario for Thailand?
I think we will declining more and people will suffer more. The income will be less and the debt will be more. We will face with the bankruptcy in many scale, that's my opinion. And it doesn't look good. I'm sorry to paint a really gloomy picture, but we have to tell the truth. If you recall, I talked about this for a long time, about the boiling frog theory. If you not adjust to the new environment and you keep thinking that everything is going to be okay, after a while, it's just like a boiling frog. The water is boiling and the frog die. You put frog in the cold water, they and then you start the fire a little bit stronger. The frog adjust themselves, think, oh, it's okay, it's gonna be okay, until the water boiling and then the frog die. This is the theory in the economy. And then General Prayut prosecute me on this issue. He didn't know that there's a boiling frog chili that existed. And I'm not just saying this only. I think Nikkei Asia also write article on this issue. They say that Thailand economy, the disaster in slow motion, which is the same as the boiling frog. And that's a big problem. The problem is, if you're looking back in the 7 years, the past 7 years, you see the world economy is good. You have low interest rate, you have low inflation, you have low oil price, and low public debt. Yet government cannot utilize to make the economy better. And now you are facing with high inflation, high interest rate, high oil price, public debt is so high. How can he cope with this situation when it's much easier, much better situation? He still cannot utilize it to the best interest for Thailand, and that's a big problem that I have. Last year alone, in 11 months, we import oil more than the cost of import is 412 billion more than the year before. So if you're looking back, you will see that when General Prayut make the coup, the oil price is so high. But after about more than $100 per barrel. After he make the coup, he's lucky that the oil price coming down so much. It's like $40 and $50. We save at least 500-600 billion a year. Which is it's like a God given for him, but he cannot utilize it to the best benefit. If you look at the oil price low, the Thailand save on oil price is still bigger than the GDP growth of Thailand. 500 billion, 600 is like over 3-4%. So at least you should grow 3-4% a year from saving from the oil import. But still he cannot utilize that. That is the indicator easily that in the last 7 years we build on oil price coming down and also for tourism coming more. But now oil price getting higher, tourism dry up. So it's just like a karma wheel coming back to General Prayut. And the sad thing is the karma will be in Thai people instead, and that's a big problem. Yeah.
So all like the fortunes going. Sorry, Nina, and we are in the almost like the end of the spectrum of hitting the worst that we should have. So what you suggest in case, for example, if anything else we can do?
Yeah, I think we government need to do many things at one time. At this moment, they think like whenever there is something goes wrong or people complain, they just start want to do. Have to think ahead. That's the problem. If they not think ahead and they wait for the problem to arise and then they just solve it, we won't go anywhere. We will wait for more problem ahead. That's that. I'm very pessimistic. It's not because I'm the opposition, but the truth is, if you're economist, you look in Thailand, you cannot see the future. What is the light at the end of the tunnel? I cannot see the light now. I think it's going to get worse and worse. We are not going to the same level even before the COVID. Before the level of the COVID, we're still in a very bad shapes too. So it's just like what else for Thailand? I think they need to revise everything. I think they need to find a new solution. They need to change the way of thinking. They need to catch up with the world changing. Just like the like unicorn, super app, mega app. Thailand doesn't have it. Like you look at Indonesia, they have Gojek, they have Tokopedia, they have Traveloka. They have a merging between Gojek and Tokopedia, and they get the amount is $18 billion for this merging. So suddenly the country can gain 600 billion baht from these two business. So in the new world now, you need to be smart. You need to create smart people. A few smart people can make so much money, and government doesn't understand this. We need to encourage this new economy to grow. We cannot rely on the old economy now. You start new industry, you hire people. I mean, no one come to invest in Thailand as much as before now. I think we EEC is not going to work. So they need to create new way. You need to change many things, especially you need to change platform for Thailand. We need to digitalization of the government. We need to reduce the size of government. We need to reduce spending on the defense budget. Many things we have to do, and I think, to be honest, Pheuthai party, we already prepare for all this policy, and we are ready. Whenever there is election, we will show the platform what we're going to do. I'm sure we have the way. If you don't know the problem, you cannot solve the problem. So I think at this moment, the government seems not to know any problem. They just wait problem to arise. But for Pheuthai, we foresee the problem before, so we try to tailor the new policy to cope with the problem ahead of time. And we have the new blood of the economic team that will cope with this situation. We are very certain of our own people. Yeah.
But even if they do it.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. So even if they do it, how far? Can you hear me?
I can hear. I'm sorry. I can hear you now.
Okay. According to your advice, even if they do it, do you think how far can they tackle the problems?
Look into the history of their behavior. I'm not so sure they are able to tackle the problem, because, like I said, they tackle problem like one at a time. But at this moment, Thailand has so many problems. You have to tackle many problems at one time. You have to have a good, strong team in order to cope with many problems. See, at this moment, you are stuck, like in many countries, just like Vietnam, when they're faced with the COVID, they also have the good direction of the country to go into electronic and high-tech gadget and many things, right? But Thailand, when we face with problem, we always consume with the problem like COVID, and we don't do anything else. And that's the problem. And when we wake up, the world is already go so far, but Thailand still, stuck in the same place and go nowhere. And that is the problem. I think we need to find the administrator that is more dynamic, more business-like, more encouraging. That's my opinion. That is on it. Even if he can change, it's okay. But I don't think Khun Prayut can change. He still asks people. He have a good vision though. He asks people to less to chicken, and now the price of egg is getting higher. So that's probably the best vision he had ever had.
So we'll see. Khun Ping.
Yeah.
Okay. Too bad we have a very small limit time, Khun Pichai.
Yeah, I thought we just start to speak, because I think I'm the one who speak alone. Sorry to take away all
That's
your time.
all right. That's okay. That's good. I think like the information that you gave us today is very useful, and I think like people can prepare for what is gonna happen for sure. So thank you for being here, and maybe like join with our show, our program next time, Khun Pichai.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye. ขอบคุณค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Wow.
Wow, that was great.
So a lot of information from
Yeah, I know.
past section. We have to explore more about the economic and other stuff, that the world scenario and stuff. Khun Nina?
Pardon? Can you hear me?
Yes.
I think we learned a lot.
Yeah.
And also we should have this more of the section like this, right?
Yeah.
It was very important.
นั่น
to see the directions of the economy of this year. When we talk about inflation yesterday, when today he gave us some knowledge and it was quite clear for me. And the question is, as everyone questions how the Thai people they are going to live throughout this year, how they're going to survive. But Kun Vitaya, I think that's one thing that Thai people would be happy if it's increased. You know what?
What?
Salary.
Okay, let's get back to Kun Ping.
Yeah. So we're talking about another higher cost of living that you might never have expected in your life. But please, please like stay tuned on this news because it happened at a chart. Let's hear what happened from Kun Vitaya.
They got a very famous shrine that's called Tiger God Shrine. I give you this a story about a woman. She been going visiting the shrine for like 20 years and she knows what's going on. His ศาลเจ้าพ่อเสือ you know, in Thai called ศาลเจ้าพ่อเสือ and you can get good luck, and especially in the upcoming Chinese New Year, people going there. But they got one incident that is quite bizarre to me. She went there, you know, and regularly she will get offering goods put in the tray, things like that, like this in the picture, and then usually she will pay like 600 baht for that one tray. And one day she went to the shrine and the vendor said that, oh, you go in, you don't have to pay now, just go in, do your thing, praying, asking for good luck, things like that. The auntie said that the same auntie she used to pay the same money, 600, and then when she came back, look at this, the price 6,800 something, and she said, what? I used to pay only 600, some like that. And this is from a writing on a social media from her. She said, I couldn't believe my eyes. Just why is to get the good luck, I couldn't get the bad luck like this today. And she said and the aunties also gave her a good luck charm, and she said she doesn't want it. And then this become a big news too. And later on, they got some investigation, and it happened that the auntie, the vendor that did this kind of price, said that, oh, it's misunderstanding. you believe this? This misunderstanding. And also she said she returned the difference for the price to the customer already. So I think that this is Chinese New Year is on the way, and we have something like this with the high price of stuff. It's not a good luck for us at all. But other places like in China, they usually celebrate Chinese New Year with big celebration activities. And Kunina got some report about this.
Yes, that's right. Because in China right now they are preparing to celebrate their Winter Olympic, which will take place from 4th to 20th of February 2022, which is this year. So for this one, let's have a look at the video first. The video is about the preparing Winter Olympics, and things have become lively around the Winter Olympics, and they have set up, for example, they have set up the sport themes that for this upcoming the Winter Olympic, which is an exhibition of over 160 sport themes artwork kicked off in the National Art Museum of China. And the museum curators say that the exhibition shows the spirit of the Olympics and tell the stories of Chinese sports in the world. And the portrait of several Chinese Olympic champions are on display as well. But if you wonder how the preparations of the Winter Olympics look like, let's have a look at this video from Xinhua News Agency. Wow, I enjoy the music. Actually, do you like it?
I like it. Lovely.
It is. Actually, I missed another news is because we were talking about how we are going to celebrate the Chinese New Year, and this upcoming year is a year of tiger. And so China, actually, Chinese New Year in China is a very big thing. So China live streamed their cultural heritage activities to celebrate their traditional holidays. So, Xinhua News Agency reported that the Ministry of Culture and Tourism and the Cyberspace Administration of China, they launched a streaming cultural events yesterday in the run-up to celebrate traditional Chinese holidays such as the upcoming Spring Festival and the Lantern Festival. The organizers say that the online events will gather intangible cultural heritage preservation institutions and inheritors in these designated areas with traditional holiday customs list as the intangible cultural heritage, record videos of these traditional activities in conformity to anti-pandemic protocols and share them on the events platform, as well as other participating platform where netizens can participate and can upload their own posts and interact with the community. So participating localities have also rolled out their own action plan as well as pandemic control and emergency response plans for the events in accordance with local anti-pandemic protocols. The events actually has considerable meaning in dispelling the negative impact of the COVID-19 pandemics, So leveraging the healing and cohesive role of intangible cultural heritage and spreading China's fine traditional culture. So yes, the Chinese are looking forward to. Are you celebrating Kun Ping?
Yes, but in less activities,
I'm a real Thai, 100%. So like
Wow.
my mom and my dad, they not are Thai Chinese, so I'm really far from the Chinese New Year. But you celebrate the Chinese New Year, right, Kunina?
Yes, we do. We do yearly at home.
Yeah, it's about to shopping, right? It's
Well,
about
that's
time to shopping.
That's grandma's duty. I have no idea about that.
All
So,
right.
right.
So
Next.
next, let's update for the expat update with Kuni Rasha. Do you have any news update for expat who live in Thailand?
Of course, because our news is for the expat. So let's update in this section. The CPSA general meeting, they have lifted all the priority restrictions for travelers departing from Africa. International travelers from all over the countries can now enter Thailand under the same scheme, namely the sandbox scheme or alternative quarantine. And travelers departing from African countries can now register for the Thailand Pass to enter the kingdom under the sandbox program from today via Surat Thani Sandbox, Phang Sandbox, and Krabi Sandbox, which is an extension from the Phuket Sandbox scheme in order to reduce limited capacities for Phuket. The quarantine period under the alternative quarantine scheme will be reduced from 14 days to 7 days for vaccinated travelers and 10 days for unvaccinated visitors. And also that travelers, please be advised that travelers who had been previously approved to enter Thailand under the AQ scheme but wish to switch to a different scheme must re-register for the Thailand Pass. The new registration under the Test and Go scheme has been suspended indefinitely, subject to assessment of the international outbreak of the Omicron variant. However, for those who have already received QR code for traveling to Thailand by 15th January, can still do as per their approved schedule. However, given the global outbreak of the Omicron variant, adjustment of measures may be possible. So please stay tuned. And if there's anything I would like to update to you. And moving on to next is the more prompt applications. Normally, the more prompt applications is available for Thai people, but now it's also available for foreigners living in Thailand. The Ministry of Public Health announced that the Moprom application is now available for foreigners residing in Thailand, and those who are vaccinated at least one dose of COVID vaccine can now view their vaccine-related information on the Moprom application on your mobile phone, which is available on both Apple Store and Play Store. Because according to the Public Health Ministry, this effort is made possible by the Department of Disease Control and World Health Organization Thailand office. So yes, so basically foreigners and expats can download them more prompt, so they can have their certifications ready on the on their mobile. And that was it from the expat section.
Yeah.
Right.
So let me update you about the new cases, new COVID-19 cases in Thailand. Our producer just sent the record to us. For the new cases, today we found 7,133 cases and 12 people dead นะคะ So,
Okay.
and that are what our Voice of the Nation morning news come to an end for today. I hope you enjoy our live program. I really do. And please give us any comment on the comment down below.
I see.
And we bring you the latest news and information from Thailand's premier English language news source, connecting Thailand to the world from Monday to Friday, starting at 8 to 9 a.m.
Right, streaming to our website, nationthailand.com. Check it out on Facebook and other social media platforms. Don't forget to click like and share. I'm Vithaya Sangarun.
I'm ทิตภา สิริพิพัฒน์ค่ะ and คุณนีน่า
มาริสาสวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ